One of the few people that actually tortured him. Ah, back to the strange house. Surprised they didn't do this at the end of the...
Saga, can you come to the kitchen? Saga, please come to the kitchen.
I've read all of them at least twice already.
I don't want to have to keep yelling.
There you are. I wasn't sure you heard me. Can you please do me a favour?
What is it?
You know I love your beautiful drawings, but I don't like it when you leave them all over the place. Can you please pick them up, put them in your room? And after that I need you to start your homework.
Why is it called homework? I'm always home.
What do you mean?
Why is it homework when I never go anywhere? I think it should be called just work.
Good question. And you're right. I need you to clean up and then do your work. Alright?
I don't want to... Yes, Papa.
Thank you for not fighting me, Saga. I'm exhausted, and it helps a lot when you do your chores without argument. As soon as you've finished, I'll help you with your with your work.
Okay.
It seems in the very 1950s, but some of the stuff doesn't fit in. There's one.
I'm singing and playing a guitar.
Are you doing what I told you to do?
Yes, I'm cleaning up.
Good.
Where the rest of them are?
That door is a special door. It goes into the wall. See? Wall.
No, that's...
That door goes out to the ether. Hugsy! He's my friend. Sometimes at night, he talks to me in a funny voice. That's where the Fae live. I've decorated the house for them.
So we've got... Yeah, it's almost like April. You must really play hide and seek with these bloody pictures.
Mama's really pretty. I don't remember her much. I've read all of them at least twice already. It's the comfy chair. I'm the queen and this is my queendom. I don't like it down there. It's cold and dark and it smells funny.
Are you done already?
I'm just taking a break.
You can take a break after. Go on, pick up your drawings.
How the hell did we get up there?
That's high up. I don't think I put that there. It must have flown up by itself.
What is it?
Can you help me with something?
Not right now, Saga. I'm busy. In a minute, alright?
That's high up. I don't think I put that there. It must have flown up by itself. Cuckoo. I need a key to open it. Mama's really pretty. I don't remember her much. Papa's big boots. If you could walk in my boots just one day, Saga. It's locked. It's always locked. La 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 la, I'm a fancy lady. I'm a fancy lady.
So much for an interlude. Right. Morning, Goo. How are you today? Okay. Don't see any more. Oh, that's that witch thing from the first one again.
What do you want for dinner tonight?
Dunno.
Alright, then I'll just make something I want to eat.
No, fish and chips.
We're not having fish and chips, darling. I'll make a stew.
Not again.
I heard that.
I said okay.
Why are you being baffled? Huh. Oh, that's where the first white dragon. There are 4 left. Not sure what that one is.
No, I didn't leave any drawings in the upstairs.
Okay, how many more have I got? There are 3 left. It should actually come up with Dreamfall chapters. There, definitely made sure that it's definitely Dreamfall chapters. Well, I know what one is. Ah,
Hey, darling. What is it?
It's a drawing I can't reach.
All right. Lead the way. I'll give you a hand. How in the balance did that get up there?
I don't know. Can you help me get it down?
Of course. Come here, I'll give you a lift. Go on, stretch as far as you can. A little further. Got it?
Got it.
oh, that's Crow.
You keep growing, you'll soon be able to reach that high on your own.
Was Mama tall?
Mama is tall. Taller than me. She could have... Let me see that drawing. This is nice work, Saga. You're better than I ever was at your age. Who is this?
That's Crow.
Who's Crow?
A talking bird. When's Mama coming home?
Saga,
Well, you said is, not was. Mama is tall. So when's Mama coming home?
I honestly don't know if she ever will, sweetheart.
But she is out there somewhere?
I think so.
Okay, if she's out there, I'll find her and bring her home. I promise. Thanks for the lift.
You're... welcome.
Okay, I got 2 more.
Remember, we're having a visitor over tomorrow.
Who?
I told you already, Uncle Gareth.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not my real uncle. Can't we go visit someone instead?
You already know the answer to that question, Saga.
It's not fair.
I know it's not, and I'm sorry, but I need you to behave and be polite to Galeth. All right?
All right.
Ah,
Oh, that's where I left the key.
it's got a Tintin rocket. Well, coming from the drawer. It can't be me. This is an interlude. This is actually April Ryan, I believe. I believe after April Ryan was killed in the end of the last game, her spirit was reborn as a shifter into this little girl. Due to this thing's mother.
Mama's really pretty. I don't remember her much.
Hmm. What the? I'm sure there's something here. No. Oh.
Oh, I forgot I hid this drawing there. I can't reach it from here. That's all the drawings. I'll tell Papa I'm finished. Done.
Already? Good job, darling. I'll help you with your homework and...
My work.
Your work, right. Your schoolwork. I just have to finish up here. Why don't you take the drawings to your room and put them in the right order? I'll be there soon.
Okay.
Okay. I believe that one was the last one. I know I saw the white dragon the first shift through. Yeah, that's when we meet. That's when she wakes up into her room. And then she has her first shift. That's when she meets. Was it? Did she meet Cortez before or after she met Crow? I think she met Crow first. Then she met the red dragon. And was last. I knew she had the... And then...
I don't think that's right.
Oh! I got that the wrong way around. I thought it was the dragon was reborn last. I have no idea what's going on there. No, she's a shifter. Because I believe that's actually April Ryan Reborn. Well, everything is basically pointing with being April Ryan Reborn. Well, it's not Crow, because Crow doesn't squawk. I don't know. That seems to be in the 1940s, 1950s by the look of it, but it's also not connected to time. The mother is weird.
I'm cold and hungry and bored. And my butt's hurting and I'm also thirsty. But hey, I'm not complaining. This is fun. I like staring at buildings all night, every night until my eyes start bleeding. Do you think Naane's been acting weird? I mean, she's always been a bit weird, but after she came back from Myria... Actually, since you arrived, why is that? Have you noticed anything weird?
Anna, please pay attention.
Oh, what's there to pay attention to? We've been watching that building for a week now. Nothing is going on in there. I almost wish Liko was here instead of me. But any chance he has to avoid going on a mission with you, he'll take. I can't believe he's still upset you didn't kill that officer. I mean, we've gotten good information from him. Liko's just being a real poophead.
He's upset about losing Old Town.
Yeah, but what could we do? I mean, you tortured the guy. We got the information, we chose to leave. So, what else is going on with you? Hey, what happened with that woman, Anna? Didn't you and her have a...
Nothing happened. And I shouldn't have told you anything.
You can trust me. I tell no secrets. Except to all my girlfriends, of course, when we get together over wine and... I'm kidding. I have no friends, you know that. Aside from you guys. You guys are my best friends, and that's really sad. I'm depressed now. But she's pretty. Anna, I mean. Beautiful hair, striking freckles, nice scowl. She'd make a fine companion.
I'm not interested.
Oh. Okay, so, is there anyone at all that you're...
Enu. I'm not interested in women.
You're not interested in... Sure! Oh, I knew that. Of course, that's fine. Perfectly fine. So who do you...
Look, something's happening.
Oh, yes, someone's leaving the house. Call in reinforcements. People leave that house every day, Kian. They arrive in the morning and leave at night. Almost like it's a real business of some sort.
Doesn't look like a real business to me.
You're too suspicious. Must be all that hanging around Azadi.
What are you guys up to?
Bip! What in Shadow's name are you doing here?
Nothing. Oh, right. I have a message. It's from Ulvik. He says, come to the bar immediately. There's been developments. I don't know what developments is, but Ulvik's face was frowning, so it's probably important.
It always is. Good job, Bip. Let's not keep Ulvik waiting.
I'll go first. We won't attract as much attention if we arrive separately.
Must have been a few months because it was summer before, now it's fall by the look of it. They are pretty big.
It's surprisingly quiet out. Usually these tables are busy until late at night. Granted, it is chilly and damp. Everyone's probably inside, carousing. They're building bonfires for Reap Moon's Eve next week.
I'm guessing that's All Hallows Eve. It's not really a dinosaur.
Barrel bobbing. There's a tradition we also have in Azadir. Of course, we didn't use apples. We used nettles. They stung fiercely, and the children would cry. It was enjoyable.
You horrible person!
The wreaths are part of the Harvest Festival tradition. Stacks of hay to represent the Harvest Festival, the reaping.
Oh, so this is fall. Then
A pumpkin, an odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir.
I just don't like pumpkins, they're just too stringy. They're not bad, it's just... they're not enjoyable to eat. Even when you roast them, which is disappointing.
They've put up ornaments all over town for the Festival of Reaping. Harvest season is important in the Northlands.
It's actually meant to be a bovine.
It'd be easier to walk around unnoticed if there were more people about. But I do get to operate in peace.
could always just call it a magic horse.
You see that gentleman sitting over there? Don't look, you simpletons. Balance. You lot don't know much about subterfuge, do you? That man's an Azadi mechanic. He drinks here most nights, but I didn't know that part until I overheard him speaking to his friend earlier about the pipes. Seems that with the pipe network up and running, there's a lot of tinkering to be done. Our man over there carries a tool to open maintenance hatches.
If we can get inside a hatch...
We can maybe figure out what they're using the pipes for. That's brilliant, Ulvik.
So we slit his throat and dump him in the bay.
Not in my bar, you won't.
If they find out we've taken his tools, the information could turn out to be useless. No. We need to...
Borrow his tools, open one of those pipes to have a look-see, and put the tools back before he notices. And that was probably what you were going to say when I interrupted you. Sorry.
If you can do it without him noticing, I won't stop you. But if the Azadi ever suspect that I'm collaborating with the Resistance...
That will not happen, Ulvik.
So what do we do, Kian?
Ulvik brought this to our attention. It's only fair that the others look to me for leadership now. It's important Ulvik What do you think, Ulvik?
Me? Well, I think you three are resourceful in different ways. Instead of bickering about what to do, which is what usually happens, why not split up? There's every chance that one of you will come up with something that doesn't involve murder, the total destruction of my pub, or blowing my cover.
I agree.
We can't take too long. That man won't stay here forever.
He's on his second drink. He usually doesn't leave until he's had at least 3. And I can offer a few on the house to make him stay longer.
It's decided then. We'll meet again here later this evening.
Winner buys around for everyone. No? No? It's not very motivating? Okay.
Well, those goats were acting strange, so I'm gonna have a look what they were about. No, they were fine. No, they weren't fine.
Goat eats leaves. Goat falls asleep.
So,
Interesting.
so that would explain
Wait.
why they were making this.
I remember someone talking about this a while back. The mole, was it?
What exactly are you doing to that goat? Wait, does this have anything to do with why you rejected me? Goats? Honestly?
What do you mean by goats and honestly? I don't understand your words, woman.
Hey, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just surprised is all.
Where have you been this past month?
Away. Far away. Travelling, so, This goat, what's going on here?
It's rebel business.
Clearly. How's that working out for you? Are you one of them now?
I'm atoning for my sins.
Right. But you are enjoying it.
I don't enjoy fighting my own people.
Well, you seem to be good at it. Word is the Resistance is gaining support, that people have hope now that you're there.
I'm doing what I can to help.
I heard you went the extra mile to extract information from our vile little Azadi officer. I'm glad he suffered. Maybe it would have been better to kill him, but a source inside the tower? Could be useful. And you got the information you needed. Your people fled Old Town in time, even if it meant the Azadi met no resistance. At least that explosive spell tore off a few limbs and heads.
What do you want?
Nothing. Nothing. I saw you. It's been a while. I wanted to say hello. Oh, I've missed this. The one-sided conversations, the sullenness and suspicion. I've come to enjoy it quite a bit. Anyway, goats?
We have a lead on the pipes.
Oh, that explains everything. I'll leave you to it then. I'm going to the Rooster later tonight. I need to speak with Ulvik. Maybe I'll see you there.
Maybe.
This is what I love about you, Kian. You're such a people person.
Who the hell is she? And the rooster's the other way. So we gotta drug the soldier, drug the engineer, take his tools, access the 5 panels, get the tools back to him.
This is Evensong. It works on goats.
Well then, it should work on the Azadi too, eh? One more ale on the house, star.
Ah, what a lovely head. This one smells different. Malty, sweet. It's almost like the sugar ale from Southern as a Day. Now, this is a brew, Vic.
Those tubes
Tastes
will make our
like
lives better.
home, this does.
Really? How's that?
It brings tears
Well,
to my
they're there for
eyes.
the
It's simply spectacular.
betterment of humankind, aren't they?
What does that even mean?
Well, life's a series of tubes.
I'll drink to that.
Okay. There's a petrified tree. So get down here quickly, go take care of those two.
Don't take too long out there. If he wakes up without his tools, there'll be questions and I won't have any good answers.
Okay, this is the petrified tree. Ah, went too far. No, that's the magic ghetto, so... So it's actually this side.
There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab.
Okay, I'll come back and deal with that later. I'll open the other one, then put the tool back. It's probably a good thing it's not a sewage pipe. Hopefully that'll get covered in shit. So we go. Fuzz? Oh, it's behind me. I'm an idiot. I think you were right in calling that thing a dinosaur. Okay.
Looks empty. There's a strong current of air flowing through it. There's air flowing from right to left, like a tempest in a tube.
can't combine them, so I need something else. But I can catch me a metal ball. So there's nothing in the other one. I could always make the strike one bent by hitting a guard, but I'm sure someone wouldn't be too happy with that.
There's a powerful wind blowing from right to left, and it carries something with it. Too quick to see, too fast to grab. Where did the orb come from? I should investigate where this pipe leads, hopefully to some answers. Just happens to be the building they've been watching for a while. I need to find a way into that building tonight.
Were you here when we had that horrible mess the other day?
I don't think so.
Or one of them, what are they called? Them ground crawlers.
Rats?
That's it, rats. One of them rats got into the pipes. Whoop! Got sucked right into the engine.
Whoa. That doesn't sound good.
Light, what a bloody mess. Literally. Guts, bones, hair, blood everywhere had to shut things down. And it was us who had to clean it. Engineers wouldn't touch it, said their hands are too valuable. I guess ours aren't.
It's a soldier's lot, isn't it? We do the grunt work. That's how it goes.
Well, I guess they think cleaning out rat guts is more important than us keeping watch and protecting them engineers in there.
Guess so.
So, where am I going to get some rats from? Huh?
These orbs rattle through the pipes like bullets through barrels.
Why are they perforated? Well, well, it worked well with the goats. So we can get some.
Kin!
Ah, rats.
Ground crawlers. Filthy rodents. Ah, they're too quick. There's food
so
left on the table.
So we meet again, Azadi. Prepare your blade for battle.
Goddess. It's late, boy. You should be in bed.
So should you. What you doing now? Chasing rats?
The boy appeared. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Are you that hungry? Rats taste like sewage. Trust me, you're better off eating table scraps.
I'm not eating the rat. I need it for... It's work-related. It is.
Okay. Well, don't let me keep you from your rats.
Are you just going to sit there?
It's not every night I get a chance to watch you catch a rat.
Fair point.
Yeah. Ooh, cheese.
It's a leftover cheese and meats plate. I've dined here. The food's good. I would never have left any bits uneaten. Here's some particularly potent cheese. Filthy shadow spawn. Eat it. Eat it all. They won't come close as long as I'm standing here. Is it breathing? I don't know. And I don't care. It's a rat, and it's not moving.
You got it! I really didn't think you would. I'm impressed. Well, that was fun. What's next?
Next, you go home and stop distracting me, or I'll tell the other street urchins you have fleas.
I have no home. You know that. I sleep in the cellar of the Rooster and Kitten.
Good. It's the safest place around. So go back to your cellar and keep your head down. If I see you again tonight...
Please, got it. I'm sleepy anyways. That's why I'm going back. Not because you're telling me to.
And don't throw pebbles at Azadi soldiers.
Huh. I actually thought it would go on the other way.
What was that sound? It was a squishy sound, sort of like...
You've got to be kidding me. Not again.
I guess it's on us to clean up the mess.
That bloody engineer in there's not going to do it, so yeah, it's on us.
Right. Well, let's get to it. No time like the present.
Does it say much that I feel very bad for doing that? Even though it's just a rodent, I still feel horrible. Interesting. I didn't think that'd have power for LED displays.
It's a massive chamber of some sort. It sounds hollow. It's rumbling and there's steam coming out of it. I don't know what these are, but they put me in mind of a lady's vanity, except with knobs. Lots and lots of knobs. He's one of the people who work here. I've noticed others like him entering and exiting. They're odd-looking.
You're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only. Please leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
Goddess. Oh, no problem. I'll be quiet as a... You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose. You're the Apostle. Apostle Elvane. You're famous.
Maybe once. Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name. Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
The engine that... you know, the engine. There's only one engine. The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... you know, before you were a traitor?
Assume that I know nothing. What is this engine for?
The engine calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations. My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone. That's like 2 things that mean you shouldn't be here, and I could probably think of more if you need me to.
I have a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are 2 things that count in your favor, granted.
So what does this calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to. Right. Bigger and sword. As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that, but that's what it was built to do. Its core functionality. It adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers. Big numbers. And it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky. Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but... we're tracking dreams.
Dreams?
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university?
Well, I guess. Yes. Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. Now, this allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need, the ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the pipe network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand. The fact is, this is the most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
Why are you doing it?
Well, I don't quite know. Because we can? Because no one else can? Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
Who knows what the engine is for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine.
Hey, Grog.
This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres, not to ask questions. And not to answer yours either, Mir. You really should go before someone comes. We'll both be in terrible trouble. They usually check on me all the time. I wonder why they haven't.
I still don't understand. Why build all of this here in Mercuria? Why not in Sadir?
Because of the tower and what's below it. Vast eddies of, meta-energies.
You did that anyway.
Do you mean magic?
Magic? Magic? Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the culmination of everything Azadir has strived for these last 100 years. An end to chaos and uncertainty. An end to superstition and irrationality. An end to magic. When the engine's fully operative and the programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want. With science. Reshape reality. Rewrite the laws of the cosmos. Remove death and disease, poverty, and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
What do dreams have to do with it?
The engine feeds on the building blocks of reality. Ideas, stories, dreams. Magic is highly detrimental to the system. See, sorcery causes chaos. It injects
that happens to some of the...
and fallacies into our calculations.
So, is that why magicals
are being relocated? We can't have them around while the engine's calculating. But as soon as we're done...
You believe they're being relocated?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I mean, it's what they told us. Why would they lie? It's simple. The engine isn't compatible with magic, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. There's no room for sorcery in Mercuria. The magicals are better off in their new homelands.
They're being sent to prison camps.
Re-education camps. This is true, yes, but only temporarily. This is their first stop. Afterwards, they're given passage to their new homelands, where they can...
Do you really believe that? What would the magicals be re-educated to do? Forget that they're magicals? No, Firdaus. That's not the truth. They're imprisoned. Killed. They're not given a new home.
But they told us. They said they were... They promised they'd be safe and happy and... Oh, light protect them.
So this is why we're sending all the magicals away from Mercuria. Because of the engine.
It'll probably happen.
Yes. Yes. That's why. I didn't know. I didn't know. There are children.
There are.
They lied to us.
Do you need to remove all magicals before starting up this calculating engine?
It's already running. I'm not... As long as the thaumaturgical interference is below the acceptable threshold for...
Pretend that I'm a very small and possibly very stupid child.
Oh. No. No, they don't need to get rid of all of the magicals. Just enough not to disrupt our calculations. We'll be done instructing the network in a couple of days. After that, they can pull the lever whenever they want. That's the last component of the engine. The tower. The one that will start feeding on and molding the dreams. Changing the world for the better. Yeah. I believe the official ceremony is a few days from now. The emissary will be there, together with the First, and the Prophet, and please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. But what you're doing here is not the will of the goddess, Firdaus. Something is going on. Someone's...
Jan, I had a feeling it was you.
Mia? Goddess, what are you doing here, Hami? Where are your men?
Right outside. They can be here in seconds. You, engineer, what's your name?
I threatened him. He played no part in this.
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus. You lied.
I beg your pardon?
You promised they'd be safe.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Go, Firdaus. This is not about you. Just remember what I told you. You're not doing the work of the goddess here.
I should have realized the taking of Old Town was too easy. It was a distraction, designed to take my mind off the investigation. Commander Vamon and the emissary have been lying to me about your death. Why is that?
Because I'm a danger to them. And it's not the only thing they've lied to you about. This engine.
You betrayed us. You joined the enemy.
To stop Saya and Vamon, not to fight our people. Not to fight you.
Sister Saya is the emissary. Commander Vamon is your superior officer. They are your people.
They are traitors, Mia. They have betrayed our nation, our faith, and...
You should have come to me first, Apostle. You should have come to me. Instead, you've shamed me. You've shamed Mother Utana, the Six, the goddess, your nation. When I received word someone had been spotted entering this house, I had a feeling it was you. I entered alone for two reasons. One, as a courtesy to the mother. It would break her heart again to hear that you perished in dishonor, fighting my guard. And two, you're living proof that Vamon has lied to me. I cannot reveal my hand to Vamon, but I also cannot let you go. You'll surrender to me now, without struggle, and you'll be brought to Sadir tonight, in secret. The courts will decide your fate. For the time being, while I sort out this mess, you'll be locked away under a false name. No one will know you're alive. When I'm ready to confront the commander and the emissary with their lies, I will reveal the truth about your survival, and you will cooperate every step of the way.
Ask Saya and Vamon about the camps, and what they're doing to...
You lied. You lied to us. You told us they would not be harmed. You told us they'd be safe. There were children!
Get off me, you idiot!
Go! Go, Kian! Make them pay for this!
Stop that! Get off me! I'll have you beheaded for this.
Shadow, damn you, man! Leave this place, now!
Yes?
Mother. It's the General. He asks to speak with you.
Send him in, child. Hami, is anything the matter?
It's Kian. He's alive.
Oh! Goddess. Goddess be praised. How do you know this?
He broke into the engine room down on City Green.
Light. What was he doing there?
Speaking with one of the engineers, Firdaus, a young man from the southern provinces. Kian said... Oh, well, it's of no consequence. He's a traitor. He's joined the resistance.
But
It is as I suspected. We have been lied to by Vamon and the emissary.
for what reason?
That I don't know. Yet. And until we do, we cannot confront them, Mother.
I agree. We don't know how firm their grip is on the tower. If they know that we know... What about Kian? Was he... How did he look to you?
He looked strong. Different, but strong.
He must have his reasons for doing what he's doing, Hami. Kian would never betray Azadir, or his faith.
Perhaps, but that's what he's doing. I gave him the honorable choice to turn himself in and face righteous judgment. But he fled, like a coward, when the engineer attacked me.
Attacked?
I don't blame the man. Kian poisoned his mind with baseless lies. My men detained him, and I placed him somewhere safe, somewhere he can't tell anyone what he saw and heard. Out of Vamon's reach. We need to keep this between us, or we run the risk of alerting the commander and emissary Saya. Much as I'd like to hunt down Kian myself and put him to the sword, we must be patient.
Let's trust the goddess, Hami, to illuminate our path and bring us to the truth.
I certainly hope she will.
Kian, thank the balance you're back. Bip's been...
They've taken him.
Taken, yeah.
Light. Are you sure it's Bip? I knew this would happen. We have no time to spare. We must get to him before...
The cloud ship just unmoored and is already heading for Gien. It's too late.
Then we must follow.
And abandon your mission here? For one child's life?
Is it because he's a magical that he's not worth the trouble?
You're such an angry, angry man. Do you really want Kian to leave Mercuria and risk his life to save one boy? I thought so.
This is what happens when we let Azadi criminals live.
Stop it. That's not what happened, and you know it. They're sending all the magicals away.
I know why, and I know what the pipes are for.
What?
Really?
Are you serious?
I'll explain later. Right now, we need to rescue the boy.
I couldn't care less what you do with your life, Kian. But if you die, the Resistance suffers.
And if I don't go after him, Bip suffers.
The magicals are non-humans.
We've lost so many already. And Ane has her hands full with those who've been injured. Soon, there won't be enough of us left to fight.
I need to think about this. I can't just abandon the boy, but... We can't stay here. The Azadi are hunting me. The General knows I'm alive.
Honey, how did that happen? Did you approach him? Are you trying to curry favors with your former masters?
Curry favors? How would I even... I'm not trying to curry any favors with...
Stop it, both of you! You're really annoying and loud. Let's get out of here before Ulvik gets in trouble for harboring a fugitive. Shepard will want to have a say in the discussion.
This isn't over, Kian.
Oh, hush.
It's not really a rant, I just think it's absolute rubbish. And magicals aren't subhuman. They're a separate species, they're a magical-based creature. And any human that can practice magic is referred to as a magical. But that's true!
Following the terrorist attack on Propast, where 8 I officers and 5 civilians were killed by Marxist Party members, the Syndicate has promised to maintain heightened security across Europolis until after the upcoming elections. The Propass district remains under full eye lockdown and 24-hour curfew. We're now joined by Marek Farah in Propast. And Marek, how are regular people in Propast handling this very difficult situation?
Well, Rika, as you can see, the streets here are deserted, almost 2 months after the August attack on the I headquarters in Propast. There's security everywhere, and everyone who goes outside is subject to random searches and arrests. There is a 24-hour curfew in effect, but people are allowed to traverse the district as long as they carry the appropriate paperwork and submit to any searches and questions.
What about essentials like food and water, Marek? Are any stores or restaurants still open?
I think this is done.
Everything is closed, Rika,
Smells good.
but rations are distributed to residents of Propast on a regular basis, and medical personnel are on constant standby. No one here is in any immediate danger of starvation.
Has there been any indication of how long this lockdown will continue?
The Syndicate is not saying, Rika, but spokespeople have hinted that Propast...
I don't remember. Well, gender is something that is identified to allow people to mate. That's... Gender and sex are linked. They are biological things. There's nothing that they can do to change that. It's scientific. You can either be a sexual male, a sexual female, or infertile. Infertile people cover people who are asexual, transsexual, or anything else like that. No. Sex and gender are linked. You can't have more genders than you have sexes. Because they are, you can't have 2 sexes and 72 genders. But you can have 2 sexes and 3 genders. Equivocal. Yes and no. That's where it starts getting into the weird area and why there can be 3 genders. Because genetically, there can only be 2 sexes. No more, no less. Gender is used to... Yes. Okay. Gender is used... gender is a social construct that is constructed by society to help identify male and female. You have males that look male. They have all the male features. You look at a male and you go, yes, that is a guy. Regardless of how they identify, socially, that is a male and they are identified as a male. Then you have women. They have the XX, they are sexually a female. Then they look like a woman. So, that's 2. Their sex and their gender is male, because their sex is male and they actually identify. The 3rd gender doesn't fit into the other categories. Like, you can have women that look like men, and men that look like women. They're very, very rare. Because to have 5, to have 4, you'd need 5. There will always be an odd number. Yeah, well, gender is appearance. Gender is just describing someone's appearance. Like, if I say that someone's gender is male, you'll instantly pick... Sorry, someone's gender is a man, you'll instantly picture what a stereotypical male looks like. If you picture someone generally as a female, you'll picture what a female looks like in your head. Their gender characteristics. But if I say someone's a tomboy, no. Because if you start having other people's accounts taken to a place for it, you start having people going, but I feel differently about it. No, you need defined characteristics that define things. You can't have, oh, I feel like being a woman today, but you look like a guy. Oh, you're oppressing me! This is why I have no problem with the third gender falling under the trans, about people who identify as a woman, look like a woman, and can gender be identified as a woman. But their sex will always be male. They cannot change that. But the person who has shifted from a male to a female will never be as a female, so that's why you would actually have the third gender. No. Gender politics of giving everyone their own individual gender identity, their own special identity, is bullshit. Gender is used to help identify people whether they fit into male, female, or don't fit into either of those categories. 90 to 95% of the world's population fit into male, female. So, that's why you have those two genders of male and female. And because their sexes are male and female. But then you've got about 5% that actually don't actually fit in to the gender characteristics.
On guardianship until after the election in...
We appear to have lost our connection to Marek Farah in Propast. We will attempt to re-establish the connection. In the meantime, when we come back, we talk to someone
standing
very
up
close to
like an
Marxist
animal.
leader and
It
terrorist
hasn't come to that
mastermind, Marta
yet.
Rebus, about her dark and...
Shit. Power's out again. I'm sure they're doing this just to screw with us. I'll have to check the emergency fuel cell in the kitchen cabinet. It should have kicked in by now. I can jiggle it a bit. That sometimes works. Nope, that did not work. I guess I need a new one. And I know just the person.
Yeah, the gender is used for biological identification. That's it. That is what gender is for. It has been constructed by society to help with us for biological identification. As a base concept, it actually works quite well. But when it's used to start saying that everyone's oppressive, depending on what you mean by identify.
Zoe Maya Castello, your district is subject to syndicate-mandated martial law. Please submit an approved destination or return to your home. Thank you. The Pandemonium is your only approved destination. I will accompany you.
Please, don't talk.
People don't really vary much when it comes to... When you come straight down to it, we all are bipedal, we all have two eyes, we all have two arms, we are all...
Authorized to use deadly force against any perceived threat. If I perceive you to be a threat, I shoot.
What people identify as, we are human. We are a Homo sapien, we are a greater ape. Variations are things like eye color, hair color, skin color, changes in voice.
We're not fucking around. We shoot to kill.
So I wouldn't say we vary a great deal. We vary very little. Have you seen people walking around with 4 legs? Have you seen people walking around with 4 eyes? Have you seen people walking around like that and that's how they were born? You don't. We are Homo sapien. That is what we are. We don't vary that much at all. We have minor identifiers that it signifies as an individual, but that's it. So I'm being stalked by a killer robot. I'm guessing that's a repair from the explosion.
Look what the bot dragged in. Maybe it's something I ate, but I actually feel relieved to see you, Petal. Are you alright?
I'm really not. You?
You know it. Is not exactly vivacious company. It's been quiet around here since we closed shop. I apologize for firing you with a pre-recorded message, by the way. Company policy.
Oh, don't worry about it. You said you closed shop?
There's no business. We don't even have wire access. It's like being on a really shitty desert island without sun, sand or coconuts. Or wire access.
Yes, it is.
We're actually thinking about heading back to Mumbai. Well, I'm thinking about it. It will tag along wherever the road takes us. Anyway, you're here for your dreamer.
What?
I fixed it. You had your dream machine delivered to me because it was broken about a month ago. Does any of this ring a bell? Your friend, that German suit, said you'd come by to pick it up. He looked like a Jaeger. I thought he was here to blow my brains out, but he was very personable.
What was wrong with it?
An early batch, bad soldering. I fixed several like it in the past. FYI, it's an off-the-shelf model that pings WATI servers with a device ID and your biometric data as soon as you connect. That won't be a problem unless they've put an alert out on you or that particular device. But I went ahead and blocked it anyway. Still, it is a licensed product. There may be other security measures. I cannot be 100% sure that it won't alert WATI. There are unlicensed streamers out there without any security chips, but Mr. London has that market locked up here in Propast. Given the trigger-happy toy soldiers out there, I wouldn't know how to get hold of one.
I'll be fine with this one.
As long as you know the risks. If you weren't here for that, then why the house call?
Oh, fuel cell. The power went out and I don't have a working backup.
That's not very smart, Putria. Lucky for you, I'm up to my neck in fuel cells. Anything particular you're in the market for?
The cheapest you have.
Grab one from that box over there. They're refurbished cells, but they'll keep your apartment going for a few weeks at least. Bring it back before it goes dead. I'll refill it for you.
Okay. I do believe that people who are transgender deserve to have rights. Because someone who is either in transition or has transitioned from one gender to another don't fit into what you would call a male or female. They are a transgender. Then you've got hermaphrodites. Then you've got people who, for one reason or another, don't actually have gender signifiers like men who are born without a penis. It's stuff like that that actually you need a third gender to literally allow all those people to be identified as they're still human, they just don't fit into the standard.
So how much do I owe you?
Consider it your severance package. If we're ever back in business, there will be a job for you. You're not too bad, Courtier, despite appearances.
Thanks, I guess.
Wait, what happened to that data I decrypted for you? Who did you end up giving it to?
I gave it to the Hand, but before they could publish it...
They were shut down. Where's the data now?
With Reza, in Iceland.
Iceland. The final refuge of rogue journalists. You didn't keep a copy?
I didn't want to risk it. Stupid, I know.
You may have just saved your ass. Too bad about the story, though. When is your Chorbo coming back?
I really don't know. When they feel it's safe, I guess.
That story needs to run, Couturier. Whatever it takes, make it happen.
Gender politics started because the idea that everyone is special, because that is true. Everyone in their individuality is actually a special person. But that doesn't actually make you a standout special person. So if you got grown up saying that you're special, that you're wonderful, in a simple manner, you suddenly get to the age of 18, 19, 20, you're in a college and you're thinking, why isn't anyone treating me like I'm special? I was told that for all my life. So they need something to identify themselves of, I'm special.
You have expended your daily timeout. I will now accompany you back to your registered domicile.
Don't bother, I know the way.
Every step you take, I'll be watching you, as mandated by martial law.
How about every breath I give up?
No, we cannot break into song. That will probably get me in trouble. What do you disagree with? Oh.
Miss Castillo? Queenie is requesting your immediate audience.
Sure, but... what about my escort?
You have arrived at your approved location. Have a nice day.
You can come on board now. We do our best.
I'm glad you're back on your feet, Zoe. I was hoping to see you again before I left.
You're leaving?
I heard the Hand was shut down. You had friends there.
Good friends. The Hand was going to publish an article about Watticorp conspiring with both Unity and European Dawn when the Syndicate shut them down. But they still have the evidence. My ex-boyfriend Reza brought it to Iceland. The data's safe there, but the Hand hasn't been able to publish it.
There's still a chance to make things right then. This is why I wanted to speak with you. You knew the woman who set off the bomb.
Nella.
You were there.
I tried to stop her, but it was too late. I don't believe she planned to kill anyone. She wasn't... Nella was a good person. She cared about people. She gave me something to keep safe, but I lost it in the explosion. Maybe it could have explained why.
Our lives are shaped by events beyond our control. The choices we make can point us down one road or the other. But where that road ultimately leads... Your friend's death was not of her own making. The device she used was rigged. It was meant to disrupt the eye, not to kill anyone.
An EMP. How do you know this?
Nayla needed someone to help her assemble the device. Hannah came to me after the bombing. She was distraught. Of course, she had no idea what they were doing. But she is the link. She may be able to connect the bomb to the Syndicate.
The Syndicate is behind the attack on their own people.
Everyone is expendable. It all leads back to Waticorp, Zoe. They are consolidating their power and ridding themselves of loose threads. I'm leaving. This city is infected, rotting from the inside. You need to leave too, but first, there's something you must do. Your memories...
They're coming back. I know what I need to do. The Dream Machine.
Be very careful. Powerful forces are converging here and elsewhere.
How do you...
I've been around a long time. You learn to read the signs. You're fading, Zoe.
Fading?
Like a page that's been left out in the sun too long. Do what needs to be done. Do not hesitate any longer. I've given you time to regain your resolve, but we're almost out of it now. If we both make it through the storm ahead, I'll find you again.
I hope so.
I will. Now go home and do what needs to be done. Wake up. You can come out now.
How long have you known I was here?
Do not mistake me for an old woman, Hannah.
You told her about...
There's no more
She's
time
dead.
for secrets. Waticorp must be brought down. What you know will make a difference.
But I don't have any actual proof they were involved. I only made deliveries.
You know enough.
She was stabbed at the end of the second game.
Find the evidence. Work together with Zoe.
How do you know we can trust her?
She's like you. Someone who shapes dreams.
I know. I mean, I guessed when we met. But how is that even possible? I thought I was the only one.
Why do you think you were drawn together? Coincidence is a powerful force.
No, they had a funeral at the start of this
Zoe
game.
needs your help. A terrible shadow has fallen over her.
How do you know this?
I don't. I'm not a fortune teller, and the future is never crystal clear. It branches and divides, indefinitely and infinitely, but there are patterns and signs, if you know where to look.
Do you have to leave?
They know I'm here now. Waticorp has been looking for me a long time. I'm a loose thread. I promise I'll find you again, Hannah. Your journey is just beginning. There are wonderful things in store for you. But for now, your job is to help Zoe finish her journey. Without that, without her, there will be no more stories. Afterwards, if the universe is still here, we can talk about the next chapter.
Explains how she gets around so quickly. No, right at the end of the second game, she was stabbed by a soldier, fell into the crocodile-infested waters. At the beginning of this one, she was actually had her funeral, and you literally burn her. I actually do believe the little girl that has been up in the interludes, the two interludes, is April Ryan Reborn.
What else is there to do except watch the screen? Right, the Dream Machine. Waticorp has won our undivided attention.
She's conclusively dead. At the end of the second game, she was stabbed by one of the soldiers. Fell into a crocodile-infested level. No, I believe the old woman is this girl. But she still might be April
I
Ryan.
never knew my mother, but I've been told that in many ways she's the opposite of my father. Gabriel never makes hasty choices. Gabriel ponders, and when his mind's made up, he'll stick with his decision until the end. My mother's impulsive, mercurial. If the wind changes, she'll let herself be swept away with it, as long as it's to her benefit. She put me in a coma. I'm not a big fan. But maybe it's time I accept some risks. After all, I keep telling everyone I want to remember. I need to enter Dreamtime. I need to revisit the past. It's the only way to save the future.
I do believe that... I'm still trying to guess what that thing is. I think it's because she got caught in an explosion and that was just to fix the damage, or it's got some other purpose. Oh well. It back into here, so I might meet the...
You returned.
Yes, it's
but
him.
You were still not here. You must be here.
Is this a dream? I thought I'd actually travel across this time.
You were here, but never truly. Not yet. But you must come to...
Ah! What the heck was that?
Hello, Crow.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Crow? You're Crow. You're Crow. I remember you.
You do? I am. Wait. I remember you too.
Of course you do. It's me,
Don't
Zoe.
say anything. I've got this. Lorelei, baby cakes, schnoodlebum.
Who? I'm...
Agneta. I'm sorry. How have you been?
I don't think they killed her off.
Look, Aggie, I apologize for taking off without a word of warning. I didn't have a choice. I was needed.
I'm not Agneta. I'm...
Auntie May?
No. Zoe.
Where? Oh. Oh, Zoe! Yes! 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 The girl who was dreaming.
I don't believe they killed her off. I think they just killed her.
Different. Are you sure you're you?
Pretty sure.
I don't know. You
No,
look
they
a
killed
lot
her.
better than you used to, and your voice, it's sultry. You sound like a cinnamon bird.
I don't even know what that means. I was in a coma for a while. Maybe that's... What are you doing here, Crow? Are you really here?
Let me check. Yup. All here, not a feather missing. So, where is here exactly? Whoa, Nellie, I didn't expect that. You're memorable. Wait, Auntie May? No, no.
I was Abnaxus of the Venar.
That's right. I remember you now. You were really annoying to talk to. Took ages to get anywhere. How have you been?
I will not complain.
I don't get it.
I love Abnexus.
This is just like that dream I've been having. Except for you, Crow. You're new.
And improved. It's that preening routine I'm following.
He doesn't know.
It's a game changer.
So why didn't I make it across?
The connection was weak. Compromised. You were only half dreaming. Only half there. You will need to be all there. And soon. Or it was too late. But you had brought the bird over. The bird will be the key. If you can just...
You must go, now.
What's going on? Who are...
There's little time. They are coming.
But...
The hallway is clear.
Leave, Fräulein. Schnell.
I sort of guessed that he wasn't.
Zoe! Over here, quickly! This way.
Where are we going?
We need to get off the streets.
Did Queenie send you?
She said that you needed help. She's been keeping an eye out for me ever since you told her where to find me.
She got blown up.
Sorry. She asked.
Well, she got caught in an explosion,
I figured I
sorry.
could trust her.
Why did you tell Queenie I wasn't doing so well?
You weren't.
That's not the point. I said I was fine. It wasn't up for interpretation.
Sometimes it's better to just let people know rather than keep pretending.
The eyes will be here soon. We need to go underground.
How's that going to help? We can't just hole up in one of those chambers forever.
Trust me.
No, she just got caught in the fire into an explosion, which was meant to be an EMP. She... No, it was very short range.
What is this place?
The world beneath. A network of tunnels covering all of Propast and beyond. I don't know how far it goes.
Whereas I was right next to it.
This is amazing.
And I got shredded by shrapnel
Is this
and
how
the
you guys
concussion
get
blast.
For the most part. Some of the nests are only accessible from above ground, but you can get pretty much anywhere from here. Come on.
Wait, where are we going?
You spoke with Queenie. You know I helped Nella with that device. The one that killed all those people.
You didn't know. And neither did Nella.
I don't
You're
remember.
right. But someone did. Someone does, and we're going to put it right. Mr. London has a warehouse down here. It's where I pick up and make deliveries. It was just a job, but that's where we're going. To find evidence to connect Watty Corp to the bombing.
This warehouse, is that where London keeps his unlicensed dream machines?
He keeps everything in there. Why?
I need one. For after we clear Nella's name. Long story.
Tell me later. We need to go. It's only a matter of time before the eyes start digging deeper.
I don't remember anything. I remember snippets of it. No. Okay. This is what I can remember and what I know from what I've been told. We landed from the Bella Wood onto a dory. We were paired up into our normal teams of 3. The first team went 4, that's the one I was with. The other team went aft, and we were escorted by a squad of Marines, which split up into a group of 5. So they split in half, and we went into the wheelhouse first to check, and one of the Marines reached up and grabbed the wheel and just spun it. That's then all I remember after that is black, red, pain, and the world was upside down, and I got slammed off the edge, I then remember I had the webbing belt of one of my two partners who was with me in my right hand. My left hand was on the edge of the boat, and I could see blood pouring down. Then I remember waking up in a helicopter, and then I remember waking up in a hospital, and then I had to go through a lot of the physiotherapy. After I was literally well enough to sit up myself, they sent me back to Australia. The latest thing I can remember is literally the climbing down the ladder onto the semi-rigid. They have a lowerable gangplank that they can lower it down to the water, and we're walking down that thing. I remember the trip over. I don't remember everyone splitting up, but I do remember the guy reaching up in the wheelhouse for the wheel. There's only 3 things I actually do remember, but I don't want to share them because they're probably the worst moments of my life. I don't remember actually going over to France. I do know I've been there because I don't know. I remember being told about my brother dying. The feeling of the way I thought. Basically, I remember one of his friends and his girlfriend came round, and I remember how I felt, what they said. I remember everything about that. I remember 2 police officers approaching me when I was teaching a lesson on one of our exercises in cadets, and telling me about what happened with my girlfriend, how I felt, and I remember everything up until when I blacked out. And I remember watching 3 of my friends burned alive in a car accident. I can remember the smell, the screams. I can remember the sound of the metal twisting, the popping of the fire. I can remember not being able to move. That's the only things I remember from before I actually got on the boat. I don't remember the incident that actually I remember I have night terrors about what actually sent me onto the Bella Wood. I don't actually remember it when I wake up, but when I go to sleep I remember it. I remember beating the shit out of my girlfriend's stepfather after what he did to her when I'm asleep. But I don't actually remember it now. I don't even remember his face. I know what schools I went to because from when I was 6 years old I wrote everything down. I remember going to I know I went to Mudney Morrow State Primary School to start off with. I have photographs of me in the uniform as well as the pictures of going to Billabong Sanctuary and some ducks there. Then we've got photos of where I was at Broome. Basically, I've got photos and writings about everything that I went through from 6 until 16. I actually don't remember, well, as you asked me yesterday, why did I become a pastry chef? From what I can write, I became a pastry chef because I was really lost when I finished school when I was 18. I had no direction because I lost my brother to a heart attack, I lost my girlfriend to killing herself, and I lost 3 of my friends. Fucking phone. confirmation of my appointment tomorrow. But back to what I was talking about. Because I had lost my brother to a heart attack, I lost my girlfriend to shooting herself, and I lost my friends to that accident, I didn't do very well at high school. I passed, I got quite well, and my, as you would call, for you guys to get a relationship, my SAT does not match the marks I actually got at school. I basically aced our version of the SAT. I got the highest score, but at the same time I shouldn't, because of the fact being I was just an average student. I was only just passing everything. So I'm an abnormality in their books. I had no direction of what I wanted to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I literally took the money I'd saved from working, flew over to England, because I wanted to have a look at my family history, go through Scotland, go through Wales. Then I wanted to go through France to have a look at some of the World War I sites. As well as I was going to finish up going to Gallipoli, and then I wanted to join my girlfriend. I literally drunk and partied my way through those areas, and I was working at the same time. I was parting my ass off at Brest, and that's how I literally walked in while the pastry chef was working, and I started helping, and that's how I got my job as a pastry chef. I don't remember any of it. I know I can do it, and I know I've done it quite well, but as for direct memory, I don't remember it. Then on top of that, I've also got all the awards, all my old... I should keep going with this. Don't really want to keep talking about that shit.
Connected.
And as I told you, Grog, IQ doesn't mean I am a physicist. It's all a matter of interest. Someone with a low IQ could be a physicist. They just need to put drive into it.
I came as fast as I could. Are you okay? Perfectly. You know Zoe. Hey Zoe, this is yours. You dropped it when... Boom. I was following you. I didn't know who you were working for back then. I saw what happened. The man who pulled you away, he didn't notice you dropping that.
I thought the eye took it.
I've been wanting to return it. What is it?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
Let's get a move on, before the eyes figure out where we are.
Well, I don't need to go into in-depth detail about...
Why would this be so important to Nella? It makes no sense.
I was just vague because I don't really want to go into it.
We lost power to the gates. They must know you're down here. We'll have to use the manual overrides. It requires 2 people, some sort of security measure. I'll show you how it works. Go ahead, Abby. Okay, Zoe, you can pass through now. After this is over, can we please leave Propast and go somewhere that has an actual sun? And no battle suits. I promise.
You're not coming with us?
I'm going to make sure you have time to do what you need to do. She'll take care of the eyes.
Is that safe?
Don't worry about me. I've done this before, plenty of times. See you soon, babe. Be careful. Always am. Hannah, Stop. Love you. Me too.
Unfortunately, these are the only memories I have.
I'm happy to see you guys are okay.
What you said to Abby, it made a difference. She stopped using the dream machine. And after you found me, I realized I couldn't just keep hiding. I promised Abby we'd get out of Europolis. I'm thinking Mumbai.
Why Mumbai?
Don't laugh, but I had a dream about it.
About those dreams?
Visions. They are more like visions, right? Or like peeking through a curtain across a divide.
There's another world there.
I've seen it. Have you been there?
I have.
And you dream yourself across?
I can, but only by connecting to a dream machine. I thought I was the only one.
Me too. What does that mean?
I don't know. But we'll find out. Together.
Okay, so you know the drill. Once the gate opens, you need to go through and hold the lever down. Push it down. All right, I'm coming through. Don't let go or I'll be sliced ham.
So what happened? Naylor, the device?
The detonator was supposed to trigger an electromagnetic burst. You know, to disrupt communications and mess with the eye battlesuits. But the EMP generator got switched out with an antimatter chamber.
Jesus.
Lucky for you, it had limited range. They weren't trying to wipe Caprova off the map. I guess they just wanted to make a point.
Frame manifesto. Remove another party from the election.
Let's do this. Same as last time.
Do you hear that beeping? What is that?
I don't... Yeah, it's coming from you. You're beeping.
It's beeping. What is this?
Some sort of holographic storage? I don't know, but it's reacting to something down here.
Let's track it down. Come on, follow me.
Unfortunately, these are the only memories I've got.
And shut down the city. Full curfew, everyone stays at home, hooked up to their dream machines. Watty wins.
So where did the antimatter come from?
London's a stickler for detail. He'd always make sure everything that moved in and out of his warehouse is scanned and catalogued. Paranoia, maybe? Covering his arse? Anyway, when I picked up that final piece, the one that was supposed to be an EMP generator, I noticed it had a Watty Corp reference code in their system. I didn't think much about it. I mean, they make everything else, so why not? If we can find one of those antimatter chambers, along with the tracking information...
We may be able to connect Watticorp with the device. We can prove they were behind the attack.
And the whole house of cards comes tumbling down. Or maybe we get killed. I'd say our odds are 50-50.
That's why I don't let things worry me.
I think this is it. What is this?
It's a singularity, I think. One of the original wire access points from before the collapse. That's pretty cool. Oh, it must have fallen off the grid. Let me check if it's active. So the syndicate
God
has no idea this exists.
Fucking damn it. Oh, god damn it. More appointments, more
I can't
medical crap.
establish a connection to my iris. Or protocols, probably. It has a holographic port. It might be able to read physical data, and it's blinking at the same rate Nella's package is beeping. It's like it wants to connect.
I guess we should do what it asks.
Yeah, another phone call. There's...
Nella Vilcek, owner of Nella Bites. I'm leaving this message. Manifesto Party leadership has not authorized this operation. Marta Ribas has no knowledge of what's about to happen. I am acting of my own free will as part of a Manifesto splinter group. We're tired of... Marta Ribas believes in politics. She's an idealist. I wish more people were like her, but the truth is... democracy is dead. The corporates won. The elections are a facade. It's all a big, fat, festering lie. A show put on by our syndicate puppet masters to appease the proletariat. Whoever wins this autumn, it won't change a goddamn thing. They have made sure of that. They own them all. Everyone's corrupted. Everyone. We can't let this go on. We need to shake things up, start fresh. This is why I'm taking action today. I have been asked to detonate a non-lethal EMP charge in front of the I headquarters on Caprova. This custom-built charge was designed to disable I communications, sabotage their operations, and immobilize their battle suits. It's a message. A loud, bold message, but... it's just another lie. The non-lethal EMP charge has been replaced with a very lethal antimatter device. The detonation will kill me, along with anyone else caught in the blast. There will be casualties, military and civilian. They'll accuse Ribas of harboring radicals and inciting violence. Manifesto will be destroyed. They don't know that I know. If they did, I'd be dead. But I need to go through with this. Because if I don't, nothing changes. If I go to the authorities or the press, they'll sweep it all under the rug and make me disappear. They're good at that. If I carry out their plans, however, everyone pays attention. They'll have no choice. And then afterwards, expose the cunts. The ones pulling the strings. The ones who built the fucking bomb. Waticorp. I'll be a terrorist and a murderer, but so will they, and they have a lot more to lose. Lucky for me, they've been arrogant and sloppy. That's how I found out, and they've left evidence for someone to... E-N-N-I-N-G. Penning. The chamber was swapped out before I could... and track this part back to Waticorp. Decrypt this message with a dead drop signal embedded in the local hardwire, which will be triggered the moment my iris goes dark. I'll have to trust that the right people will follow the right signals down into the underground. I'm truly sorry that people are going to get hurt, killed. I wish there was some other way. I just don't know what I can...
Jesus. I can't believe Nella did what she did. The people she hurt, killed. I can't tell Hannah the truth. She'll just blame herself. We have to get Watty for this, or those people will have died in vain. Most of it was garbled, but Watty's involved. Nella confirmed it. And there was one word, or maybe a name. Penning.
A code name of some sort. I don't know, there's no wire access, so we can't look it up.
Maybe Mira can restore the rest of the recording.
If anyone can, it will be her. If it helps establish a connection between Manifesto and Watty Corp.
She can help us connect the dots. And it's a safe place for me to dream.
Let's head to the warehouse. I don't know how long Abby will be able to hold off the troops.
Will she be okay?
She's resourceful. And smart.
But I think you're going to understand now, Grog, why I have such a low opinion on all this gender politics. It's not important.
I'd forgotten about this other world until just recently.
That's what all this is about? Parallel worlds?
Sort of. There's something happening in this world and the other that threatens the dream.
The dream?
It's what keeps reality real. Without the dream, things stop existing. It's like a blueprint for everything.
That makes as much sense as anything else, I guess. And you need to fix it.
I have to. Watercorp and the Dream Machine play a part on this side of the divide. I need to find out what's going on the other side.
Is there anything I can do here?
If there is, I'll let you know. For now, I need a Dream Machine that can't be tracked or shut down remotely. What is this place?
I don't actually know. Parts of it are really old, but those luminescent tubes...
I wonder if they have something to do with the knot vents above.
Knot vents?
Something Queenie said. There's something odd about all of this. I feel weird, like my bones are vibrating.
We're close. Come on.
Why is my skin... Jesus. I am fading.
London's warehouse is the next door over. This is it. Hold on, I'll open the door. Just follow my lead and I'll... Fuck! Eyes!
Go ahead, I'll distract them.
The hell you will? You wouldn't last a minute. I'll take care of the stormtroopers. You get the antimatter device and your dream machine.
But I don't...
We're wasting time. You need to do this. Look for a blue box with the letters D-E-W on it. Dew. That's all I remember. Grab an antimatter chamber, scan it, download the tracking information from their systems, and get the hell out of Dodge. But don't open this door from your side. Wait for me. When it's all clear on this side, I'll open it again. Okay?
I'm not... Yeah. Okay. Blue box, due. Good luck.
Never needed it. See you soon.
Well, this is why the color of people's skin, people's gender, their religion, or anything else like that doesn't matter. What matters is whether someone's an asshole or not.
Looks like they have an alarm system. Probably to stop people from stealing any of London's hard-earned loot.
No, if you're an asshole, I'll tell you to fuck off.
No circumventing this one. Looks like an old model, designed to operate outside the network. They keep the Dreamers over on that side of the warehouse. I have to find a way to get there, unseen.
Mr. London's a compassionate man, Sosie. He don't like to hurt no one. Not unless he has to. It pains him, see? Pains him deep. But compassion has its limits, and you've reached it. You're just making this harder for everyone. Look, Mr. London's heartbroken. He's got tears in his eyes, he has. You don't have to be like this, Sosie. Go on. Make it easier on yourself. Confess. Die with dignity. And let's all move on.
This is a fully equipped facility. That scanner should provide me with all kinds of useful information about... I'll need something to scan. It's inactive. It's inactive. It's Shipbot. What's he doing here? Shipbot, what are you doing here?
I don't know nobody by that name.
They wiped you. Those monsters. Well, to be honest, I understand why they wiped you, but still. It's a shame. You had personality.
Hey, I have a personality.
I preferred the old one. And I can't believe I just said that with a straight face.
If the boss man catches you sneaking around, there will be hell to pay.
Dew. This sounds like the right section.
Come on, Sosie. Mr. London's getting angry. You won't like Mr. London when he's angry.
An off-the-shelf personality module. Plug and play for all compatible bots.
You got lucky there, mate. Mr. London never misses. Unless it's on purpose. Ready to talk? It's getting late. Everyone's tired. Let's end this now, eh? Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sosie. It's a sign. Own up, I can put a bullet in your head, and we can all go home. Well, except you, of course.
Let's see, we'll make you the Kung Fu bot. No! I guess it's shit bot. Try with the stealth bot.
Aside Robotics presents the Accident Stealth Personality Module. Now booting.
Ready to perform any action you need, ma'am. I'm ready for your command, ma'am. I'll do what needs to be done.
Grab that box for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Sosie. Mr. London's getting upset. You wouldn't like Mr. London when he's upset. He gets chatty. What? Let's see what you went and did. Now, why do you want to keep
Did
doing
that box
this to
just
yourself?
move on its own? No, I didn't see that. I have to stop smoking this shit. It's messing me up.
I tried my best, ma'am, but I'm afraid I don't have the strength needed to lift the crate.
Let's end this now.
The box is too heavy, and my power reserves are being moved into the cloaking system.
Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sosie. It's a sign. Own up. I can put a bullet in your head.
Assad Robotics presents the official Shaolin Grandmaster drone. Your sparring partner in the art of Kung Fu. Now booting.
Greetings, apprentice. How may I be of service today?
Everyone's tired. Let's end this now, eh? Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sozy. It's a sign. Own up. I can put a bullet in your head.
What?
We can all go.
What's going on?
Well,
hey, we have an intruder.
Last chance, mate. It's only going to get worse the longer you hold out. No? All right then. You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know. We'll kill you and there's no more pain and suffering. What do you say? Ready to talk? It's getting late. Everyone's tired. Let's end this now, eh? Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sozy. It's a sign. Own up. I can put a bullet in your head, and we can all go home. Well, except you, of course.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?
Okay.
Ready to talk? It's getting late. Everyone's tired.
Reporting for duty, ma'am.
Mr. London must have
Grab
taken
that
a
box for
liking
me.
to you, Sozy.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a sign. Own up. I can put a bullet in your head, and we can all go home. Well, except you, of course.
What?
Okay, now I can probably get
Ready to
faster.
talk? It's getting late. Everyone's tired. Let's end this now.
Did that box just move on its own? No, I didn't see that.
Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sozy. It's a sign.
I tried my best, ma'am, but I'm afraid I don't have the strength needed to lift the crate. The box is too heavy, and my power reserves are being routed to the cloaking system.
Ready to talk? It's getting late. Everyone's tired. Let's end this now, eh?
They keep the Dreamers over on that side of the warehouse.
London must have taken
I have to find a way to get there, unseen.
It's a sign. Own up. I can put a bullet in your head, and we can all go home. Well, except you, of course.
D-E-W. This is what Hannah told me to look for, but there are tons of boxes labelled due. Which is the right one?
Everyone's tired.
Penny, there we go.
I really, really hope this is it.
Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sozy. It's a sign. Own up. I can put a bullet in your head.
Assad Robotics presents Horrobot. For all your moving needs. Booting. Please stand by.
Got anything you need moved, lifted, hauled, lugged? Come on, boss. I ain't got time to waste.
Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sozy. It's a sign. Own up.
Can you get me that
Bullet
box?
in your head.
You got it, boss.
Well, except you. Last chance, mate. It's only going to get worse the longer you hold out. No? All right then. You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know. We'll kill you, and there's no more pain and suffering. What do you say?
Penny. I hope this is what I'm looking for. I need to scan in and track down the shipping records. This is it. For Nayla's sake, I hope. Yes! It's an antimatter chamber. This is it! And where did it... Watticorp. They're made by Watti, and London got them straight from the factories in China. It's all here, the whole manufacturing and shipping chain. It's just like Nayla said. Those arrogant pieces of shit. We're gonna nail them for this.
What can I do you for, boss? Anything you need lifted?
Assad Robotics presents the Acid Run Throw and Catch personality module designed for wholesome play. Now booting. Stand by.
Hey champ, what's up? Wanna play some ball?
Ready to talk? It's getting late. Everyone's tired.
If I try that from this position, it's going to draw their attention to me.
Mr. London must have taken a liking to you, Sozy.
If I try that
It's a
from this
sign.
position, it's going to draw their
Oh,
attention
no.
to me.
I can put a bullet in your head, and we can all go home. Well,
That's the alarm. We've got an intruder.
Oh no. The alarm must have been triggered by the dream machine.
last chance, mate. It's only gonna get worse the longer you hold out. No? Alright then. You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know. We'll kill you, and there's no more pain and suffering. What do you say? Last chance, mate. It's only gonna get worse the longer you hold out. No? Alright then. You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know. We'll kill you, and there's no more pain and suffering. What do you say? Last chance, mate. It's only gonna get worse the longer you hold out. No? Alright then.
If I try that from this position, it's going to draw their attention to me.
You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know. We'll kill you, and there's no more pain and suffering. What do you say? Last chance, mate. It's only gonna get worse the longer you hold out. No? Alright then. You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know.
Play ball.
Get out of the way! What the hell is this bot doing? Move your shiny metal ass, rust bucket!
That's a home run, champ.
Last chance, mate. It's only gonna get worse the longer you hold out. No? Alright then. You think that hurt? Wait until the next one. Or you can tell us what we need to know. We'll kill you, and there's no more pain and suffering. What do you say? third time this week we've lost power. Yeah, Dad. I thought the corpse guaranteed we would be cut off. Lee, check the power box. Chow, do a full sweep. Make sure we don't have any unwelcome visitors.
Human female.
Shit, Bart. You're back.
Technically, I never went anywhere.
I'm just happy to hear your voice again.
Why?
Because... No, that's a good question. I have no response to that. So how did you... Shit! Someone's coming! Shit, they're gonna find me!
I can contribute. I will distract these humans and ensure your continued survival.
Are you sure? Thanks, Shitbot. I appreciate it.
Remember me.
I don't think I could forget you, even if I tried. Oh, thank God. I was sure they got you.
Oh, it was close. Did you get everything?
I think so. This is it, right? The antimatter.
That's it. Be careful with that. If it breaks...
Yeah, I'm painfully aware of what happens when an antimatter bomb goes off. I didn't get this dermal patch and hairdo by choice.
So, where to now?
The Pandemonium. Mira.
Follow me. We'll take a shortcut.
Ah, so that's replacement skin on her face.
All clear. Come on. We're right next to the Pandemonium.
Betel? What the hell is going
There's
on?
no time. I need
What
your...
are you doing here with...
Shut up! For once, please shut up and just listen.
Okay. I'm listening.
I need your help. Everything depends on it.
Now I really am listening. And I'm also intrigued.
The Eye broke into my apartment. They tried to arrest me. Or kill me. This is Hannah. She rescued me.
Hey. We've met. What the fuck did you do?
Maybe it's because I connected to Dreamtime and they know who I am and what I can do.
What you can...
Never mind that. We have evidence what is behind the terrorist attack.
What in the fuck?
Check this out.
Are you insane? You brought a mother-joding anti...
The same antimatter that was used in the attack. Manifesto was framed. That device right there connects Watticorp to the bombing.
Oh, those fucking mother-jods! I can run an analysis on this. Compare it to the readings from the bombing. But how do you connect the two?
Here's a tip. If you ever plan on running a criminal empire, skip the paper trail.
Will this be enough to nail Watti for the attack?
Naylor left something for us. A recording. It's been mangled, but we figured you might be able to...
Fix it? Probably. I'll take a look. But without wire access, I'm not sure how useful it will be.
Good thing we found a live access point in the tunnels.
You did what? How long were you guys down there?
Hannah will show you how to get there. I need to enter Dreamtime again. For real this time.
Like I told you earlier, Betel, I don't have any unlicensed dream machines. If you hook up using a normal dreamer, they'll probably track you down again.
Oh, right. I almost forgot.
Well, fuck me. An unlicensed dreamer. What else do you have in there? A rabbit? A dozen white doves?
I need to use this now, and I need to do it here. I have nowhere else to go.
So is this going to bring down Watticorp and fuck all the right people in all the right holes?
You'd better believe it.
You can use the sofa.
I like her.
It's gonna look like I'm just sleeping, but if I'm right, if I remember correctly, I'll be going somewhere else. Don't wake me or disconnect me. I just need to know that I'll be safe here.
As safe as anyone can be in Propas, Betel. I promise.
Watch over me.
I made a promise.
Right. Here we go. See you all soon.
You hope.
What the mother joding what?
Where'd she go?
Well, this shitting shit just got real.
I've been here before.
Interesting, she's giving it a new hairdo. It's the journeyman. Very run down.
It's too grimy to see anything through, but there's daylight and the streets don't look too busy. These are both good things. Crow?
Ah!
Ah!
What's the matter?
You scared me!
You scared me.
What are you doing here? How did you find me?
I didn't. I mean, okay, I did. You're standing right there, so technically, yes, I found you. But I wasn't looking. This is my nest. Don't judge. It's a roof over my head. Well, a semi-roof. A roof that once was...
Where are we?
The Journeyman Inn. I mean, it was once. Now it's a dump.
The journeyman... Of course. What about the innkeeper? Ben Rime. She was nice to me.
Dead and gone like everyone else, I suppose. I have to admit, I thought you were dead too. Last time I saw you, poof, vanished.
I'm still a bit vague on the details. I don't remember much from last year.
Me neither. After your disappearing act, next thing I remember, I was in Sadir. I just got back to Marcuria, which is why, you know, this place.
Sadir?
Home to the Azadi. Those armored folks with exciting facial hair and a terrible allergy to magic.
I remember the Azadi.
Being a talking bird in a place where they hunt magicals for sport, boy, let me tell you, I'm...
Maybe later. I need to find a way out of here.
Well, there is a door.
Hey, do you remember meeting me in a dream?
I remember dreaming about you last night. Wait. How do you know about my dream?
It was my dream, too.
You're invading my dreams now? Oh, God of ravens, I hope you didn't see the one with the chickens and,
Did Abraxas say anything more after I left?
The lumpy fella who looks like he's been repeatedly beaten with an enormous ugly stick? Yes, he did. To be honest, I can't follow what he says half the time, but it was something to the effect of, "Bring her here. You will have brought her here. You will bring her here. You had have will be," etc., etc., etc. I believe the basic theme was, you know, something about bringing someone somewhere. But don't hold me to that.
That place in the dream, where is it?
You're asking me? I have no idea. I had a dream, that's all. It was a big, white space. That could be literally anywhere. I'm guessing the North Pole?
I don't think that's it.
The South Pole?
Abraxas said something about the children of the Purple Mountains. The Ula.
Ooh, no. You never heard of them. But the Purple Mountains, those should be easy to find.
Oh, you know where it is?
No, but come on, Purple Mountains. Most mountains are gray or white, not a whole lot of purple ones around. I'm sure they'll be easy to spot.
Yeah, no, it sounds like we'll need some help with that.
We? Look, I don't know where this we thing came from. I am doing just fine on my own. Also, I definitely don't need another adventure. I'm done with adventures. From now on, I'm an unadventurous bird. No, you go off and find help for yourself. It's nice seeing you again.
Abraxas told you to bring me there.
In a dream. A dream. If I was going to start taking advice from my dreams, I'd be in a whole heap of troubles.
It wasn't just a dream. It was a vision.
Dreams, visions, nightmares, hallucinations, they all belong under the same general heading of really bad ideas.
Well, I don't have anything else to go on, so I guess that's where I'm heading. The Purple Mountains. There's dust everywhere. The inn must have closed down a while ago. I wonder what happened to the proprietor, Ben Rime. She helped me out first time I came here. It's too grimy to see anything through, but there's daylight and the streets don't look too busy. These are both no handle. I can't open it. The only way out of here, unless I somehow gained the power of flight on my trip across. I did not. There's dust everywhere. The inn must have closed down a while ago. I wonder what happened to the proprietor, Ben Rime. She helped me out first time I came here.
There's something weird about that.
It doesn't look like anyone's taking care of this place anymore. I mean, that's an actual hole in the roof.
Ah. Get that metal thing.
Hey, Crow, can you check out that metal thingy up there?
What? The door handle I removed in order to get some privacy and... Oh.
Seriously?
One door handle coming right up. I mean, down.
He's quite strong. And if they want it in, they'll just bust the door down, so there's no real point to what you just did. So it's still a Reefer Festival. Why are they flying red Drac in? I thought they'd be flying white. Doesn't matter.
I thought you were staying put.
In this godforsaken pigeon's nest? I'm done living like a gnatcatcher and not having any adventures. It was fun for a while, but I'm ready to live again. So what exactly is this thing we're doing?
Finding someone who can help me get to the Purple Mountains and the first Dreamer.
And what kind of adventure are we talking about here? A light stroll along safe, well-lit streets, camping out in the woods under mostly clear skies? Facing potentially life-threatening dangers on perilous mountain paths?
I'd say that last one is a distinct possibility.
Oh, great. That's great. Already regretting this. Is there a plan, or are we just winging it? Boom, ching.
Depends.
Oh,
are the rebels still around?
I've heard mentions of rebels, yes, mostly preceded by cursing and followed by loud calls for slit throats and severed heads.
That's our plan then. Find the rebels. Any idea where we can find the rebels?
I've only been back a couple of months and I've mostly been nesting, so no idea.
Great. Wait, nesting? Isn't that something only...
Stop! Let me stop you right there. And let's never speak of this again.
What's this? The Journeyman is closed, but all patrons and well-wishers are welcome at the Rooster and Kitten on Ireed Avenue near Southgate. And here's a drawing of a rooster and a kitten, just to avoid any confusion, I guess.
That's right. A pussy riding a kitten. On a cock. A rooster. Is it just me, or is that,
Not just you.
Good. Good. Good.
Well, this is as good a clue as any. To the cock and... the rooster and kitten we go. This is crazy. I'm really, really here. And I remember it all. Well, I remember some of it. Things do look a little different.
I have to say, I'll be relieved when they're finally done with all this construction work.
I'm back.
They've been building those tubes
And
for
it wasn't
years
a
now,
crazy
feels
coma dream after all.
It's been about a year.
Really?
Fear them, the enemy. For they are close. They are everywhere.
So what have you been up to since I last saw you, Crow?
Like I said, after we parted ways, I woke up in Sadir. I have no memory of how I got there. I spent some time living wing to beak on the streets, disguised as a common cockatoo. That didn't go so well. I truly hate other birds, foul-brained tits. Eventually, I got help and found a ride back to Marcuria. Then I moved into the Journeyman, then I met you, then we went off on adventures together. But enough about me. What about you? What have you been up to?
Coma, mostly.
That sounds nice. Was it nice?
Wouldn't recommend it, no.
I have to admit, I'm quite relieved there's less sorcery about these days.
Well, now I know
What's
where.
your take on this, Hilaris?
The National Front guy? On my honor.
Let's see if Nexus is there. Because this is his house. Well, it was his house when he was the ambassador.
I don't think anyone's living here, but it can't hurt to check. I don't think anyone's living here, but it can't hurt to check.
Why can't we see Nexus? I like him.
I must admit that I'm getting rather excited about seeing their newfangled. They're timing it to coincide with the Feast of Reaping.
How's business?
That makes sense. Pretty good. I mean,
The Rooster and Kitten. This is it, my first stop. Hopefully someone here will know something about the Resistance. I'm going inside. Wait for me?
What else can a free bird do? I need the open sky over my head. Or at least a proper hole in the roof. I'll be right here. Or over there. Where there's cheese and... Ooh, is that a bread crust? Don't look at me.
I'm not. I'm going in.
welcome to the Rooster and Kitten.
Hey. Greetings. Well, met?
What?
What? I don't know. I'm foreign.
You don't say. From where exactly? I'm a traveller myself, but I can't quite place the accent.
Say something. Say any. I wish I'd taken those improv classes now. I have no idea. I'm just going to wing. I have no. I'm from the north. North of here. Far, far north.
Is that so? Across the border mountains then, I reckon?
Across them and across the next ones too. Do you know the Arctic Circle?
Can't say I've heard of it.
Inside that circle, it's quite desolate and cold.
Right. Well, I'm not a man who enjoys cold weather, me. Or the warmer the better. So what'll it be today?
I'm sorry, what?
You know, you're not the first person confused by that question, even though, by all appearances, this is a drinking establishment. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it my demeanor? Do I not appear appropriately barkeepish?
No, you're absolutely barkeepish. You exude publicanism. Drinks. There appear to be festivities going on in the city. When in Rome, what do you order in an old-timey tavern? There appear to be... I wouldn't say no to a festive drink with a tiny umbrella in it.
I beg your pardon? Why would liquid need cover from the rain?
Should have seen that one coming. Do you have something tall and sweet and not too strong? Preferably with pieces of fruit attached to it.
How about a mug of watered-down apple cider with an onion in it?
That also works.
Are you certain you're in the right place?
Not at all.
Honesty. Ha! I like it. It's all too rare these days. Well, from your attire and, well, all of you, I'd say you're probably looking for a place up High Hall, not down here, dockside. This is a rough neighborhood and, well, you do stand out in my usual crowd of ne'er-do-wells, and standing out isn't always a good thing these days.
I'm certain this place has some connect. No, this is my kind of place. I'm into dives. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone said about my pub in a long time.
Really? Maybe it's a language thing.
So what else can I help you with, young lady?
He mentioned something about a ceremony. I've only seen humans so far. There used to be blue people, furry people, This pub was not called the Rooster and Kitten the last time I was here. The city has changed quite a bit since my last... This pub was... Didn't this used to be the...
Oh, the cock and puss. Someone's bright idea of a joke. Oh, we all get it. The cocky cockerel with a permanent frown on his face. Clever wordplay. Look at us, aren't we punny?
Yeah, wait, what?
I didn't approve. Too clever for its own good. But the painting of a tiny pussycat with a big smile riding on top of a proud capon. That idea I could get behind. It's sweet. It's sincere. It's family friendly. It's how I like my clientele to see me.
It's been a while since I was here last. What's new?
Given your age, pardon me, I didn't mean to presume. Perhaps your last visit wasn't so long ago.
Oh, a year and a half, at least.
At least? Well, there's no old town anymore. They burned the ghetto to the ground and shipped non-humans off to the islands. Also, the Azadi have built a network of metal tubes. It's everywhere. No one knows what it's for, but there it is. It's supposed to make things efficient. And they finished their tower. It's cordoned off until next week's grand ceremony, but it's
so we got till next week to take it down.
In all the Northlands, they say.
There's some sort of... He mentioned... I wonder why they're flying the... Are the red kites significant in some way?
Kites? You mean the dragons? They're traditional, but it's frowned upon. See, these days they're more of a symbol. They represent magic. The balance, the drag kin.
That's
and they
Drake.
represent resistance to the Azadi, to the new laws, to the exile of magicals. If you're caught with a dragon, or even if you stand too close to someone flying a dragon, the guards will arrest you. You will be punished. Best to ignore them and avoid trouble, because that's what those dragons are. Trouble.
He meant if this place has a connect... What do you know about the Resistance? You know, rebels. Rebel movement. The magical insurgency? No?
We don't discuss terrorists here, madam.
Oh. Right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... I was just curious.
Tell you what. There's someone you might want to talk to over in the smithy in City Green. It's on the far side, close to the gate into the booms. Go knock on the door. Tell them you're there to inquire about the library. But now I'm afraid I have some work to do. I've been neglecting my other customers for too long.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks for all your help.
Where's that dumb bird gone?
I got a lead on the Resistance. While I'm looking into that, there's something I want you to do. A mission.
Mission is my middle name.
What's your
No,
name?
that's not true. It's Edward. No, also a lie. I just always wanted to be an Edward.
I need a bird's eye view of things.
Are you trying to get rid of me, Zoe?
Of course not. But I'll feel much safer if you're watching out for me up there while I'm following up on our lead down here.
I feel a swelling in my chest cavity that can only mean one thing.
Pride?
No, an imminent burp. But I will do this thing that you ask of me, and I will feign pride if you need me to.
Knock yourself out.
Geronimo! Except in reverse. A Minareg.
Ascendation. So the Gate of Bones was over this way, I think. Well, there's a map up there, so I'll go there, and I can't go the other way.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean, I must admit that I'm getting rather out. I mean, farmers bring food.
The gate into the bones. Oh no, it's too far. So, I'm actually in the bones now.
Well, if they should like, I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm not a bloody engineer. I'm just excited about this.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean, reaping's a great time for me. Plenty of customers. Even if those farmers are tight-fisted, they bring their own.
Something for green.
Harvest their crops, bring the produce into the city, sell it, and come reap Moon Eve, we all enjoy the feast of reaping.
I know, but is that...
Well, this is on the other side.
So, how's business?
Pretty good. I mean...
Do something about that.
It's connected to the pipes. Looks steampunky, very retro future. I can't even begin to guess what they're for.
Unless I watched the one down here. Because this is the building that they were actually on top of. Nope.
These pipes are everywhere. I'm sure they weren't here the last time around.
So, how's business? Pretty good. I mean, reaping's a great time for me. Plenty of customers, even if those farmers are tight.
This would have to be the city green.
Farmers bring food into this. I must admit that I'm getting rather excited about seeing their newfangled tube network in action.
There's another gate, so we'll have a look around that thing. There we go.
Ye old smithy. No, that's not what it says. It just says blacksmith. This is not a Renaissance fair, Zoe. Hello, I'm here about the library. I know, it's a weird opener, but I was told that this is... Okay, we're going inside.
Harmy knows.
Knows what, exactly?
That Kian is alive. And Shadow knows what else he told the General.
They spoke.
My men saw the General entering the engine room in the green. Alvani was spotted leaving the house soon after. They were alone in there with one of the engineers. Ferdows, I believe his name is. He's nowhere to be found. Harmy must have stowed him away somewhere. A witness.
So he knows that you've lied to him? Oh, he will not confront you with this yet. Not until he knows why and what we're planning.
Yes, Harmy is as clever as a rock snake and twice as deadly.
We need to get rid of him. Mother Utana, too. He must have told her.
They're thick as thieves. The only question is, have they informed the first?
Not without more evidence. There's still time.
You're speaking of assassination.
What else would you suggest? We crossed the line long ago, Vamon. There's no way back.
I can't just walk into Harmy's cell and cut his throat.
It needs to look like an accident. The ceremony.
It's a week from now. We can't afford to wait.
We can't afford to be hasty. Until he has concrete evidence of our treachery, the General will continue his investigations. The ceremony, then. We kill them both and make it look like the work of the Resistance.
But if he acts before then, I need to be ready. I need to inform those who are loyal to...
Hush. Come here, my sweet. Don't worry. We will survive this. We always survive. We've worked too hard to fail now. The engine will be ours. The Northlands will be ours. The General's men will pull back to Azadir. The Council will not mount another campaign. They cannot afford it. They lack the support of the people. And then we return in triumph, carrying the light of the goddess, and we destroy our enemies. We rule Azadir, as we've always planned. We will not fail, my my love. I will be Empress, and you, my supreme commander. This is the will of the goddess. I know it is. I know it.
Well, at least now I know what they're planning. Complete usurper.
What is this place? Where are you taking me? Can someone please say something? You are the Resistance, right? You know, instead of abducting me, you could have just asked nicely. I would have come with you. I wanted to come with you. Not talking? Fine. Take me to your leader. I've always wanted to say that.
Shepard's busy. She'll talk to you later.
So now you are speaking to me? Good. I'd like to... Wait. I remember that man. Isn't that...
Stop talking. Keep walking.
But I know him.
Shut up.
Absolutely not. No. You cannot leave Mercuria now. If you go to Gien...
What if they find you? They'll kill you.
So they kill me. I understand the risks, Enu.
I know you want to protect him, but he is one child. If you end up dead, what do we do?
You carry on. You're stronger now. You can fight them.
You know that's not true. The General has brought more troops from Azadir. Our situation is precarious.
I'll go with him. And make sure he stays alive.
What? You will not.
And we lose the both of you? We were lucky we didn't lose more people when Old Town burned. It's only a matter of time before the Azadi make a decisive strike against us.
Boys, I'm as soft-hearted as a Zidling schoolgirl, and Bip's my friend too, but I agree with Shepard. We can't risk it.
It's not just about the boy. If I go to Gien, to the camps, I will find evidence of what they're doing to the Magicals. And if General Harmy and Mother Utana learn the truth of what's being done to innocent creatures, perhaps they'll...
Creatures?
He didn't mean it like that. Right, Kian? You didn't mean it like that.
I'm a
He's
creature
shown
too.
that he doesn't consider magicals to be people. We still remember that child-molesting Azadi officer you let go.
People. Women, children, the defenseless. If Harmy and Utana learn the truth, they may have a change of heart. They may pull their support. We can't win this war on our own. Vermon and Saya are too strong. With Harmy's men on their side, they'll be unbeatable. But if we undermine this support, even if Harmy does not join our side, our chances will improve. Force me to stay, and we only delay the inevitable. Let me go, and we could win this war.
You don't make it easy for me to lead, Kian. But maybe it's time I let you make the decisions. I won't stand in your way.
I don't like this one bit. When are you leaving?
Right away. If I can sneak on board a cloud ship leaving for the islands tonight. Which means there's not a lot of time.
Well, don't let me stand in your way. Go be a hero or whatever. That thing I said about being a hero or whatever, that came out all wrong. I'm sorry, It's scary how easy it is to forget about individuals when you're so wrapped up in fighting for the so-called greater good. There's all this talk about our cause and the big picture, and you have to go. That's what makes us people. It's not really about the greater good, it's about all those little goods that we do every day to each other. And this is that greatest little good of them all. One boy's life. It matters. And I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me, Enu. But thank you.
Just don't die. That's all. Don't die and I'll be fine.
There's nothing more to be said. You've made your case, Kian, and I cannot argue, even though I still believe the risk isn't worth it.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. I've read a number of them, though many are written in languages I've yet to learn.
So, you're heading off on a little cruise across the sea, are you? I know Shepard has her reservations, but I'm with you on this one, boy. We can try and preserve the status quo here for as long as possible, or we can go and do something foolhardy and dangerous, and maybe win this war. So, get your ass to Gian, save that boy, find the evidence, and come back with your limbs intact. Or at least most of it. And let's end this thing, once and for all.
Why does eating more cheesecake have anything to do with memory loss?
You're not leaving without me.
You're needed here, Liko.
Those prisoners, they are my people.
Imprisoned by mine. This is almost certainly a suicide mission. If the Resistance loses us both, they stand no chance against the tower.
If you die, I will celebrate your death. But I will never be their leader. You've proven yourself. They need you. Go and stay alive. For them. For all of us.
Why do you need to reward yourself?
Kill me after.
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't want to miss that.
If you want to eat it, eat it. You don't need to give him an excuse or a reason for anything.
You are doing the right thing. Shepard, Well, Shepard carries a great load. It's hard for her to lift her eyes beyond this moment. She's afraid of losing you, Kian. Having you here has given everyone hope.
I trust you will keep that hope alive.
I have not forgotten. I will do my part while you are gone. I owe them this.
There's no time for that now.
God fucking damn it. Ah, fuck it. No, you wouldn't want to go back and change anything. If you go back, you would want to go back as an observer. But if you go back and change anything, you don't know what it will do.
The cloud ship. That cloud ship's headed to Gien with a new batch of prisoners. I must get on board.
Like, I'd love to know who the Zodiac Killer is, or actually know who Jack the Ripper was. But I wouldn't do anything about it. No. Okay. The outcomes of what happens if you change time. You could create an alternate timeline. Or you could destroy time. Or you could just destroy the time in which you came from. But that's a great deal of energy released, and it would have to come from somewhere, so there would be repercussions for anything that you do. It's better to play it safe and just be an observer.
They're using the staging platform to lift magicals onto the cloud ship.
There's nothing about... yeah. Don't know. What happens if it wipes out time forward and backwards?
When's this ship taking off?
In a few minutes, I think. It's full.
Is that the last of the magicals, then?
From the ghetto, yeah. I mean, there are still stragglers. I see them around walking freely like they're actual people and not animals. That's disgusting.
Oh, well, they're not really animals, are they? I mean, they're like... intelligent. At least some of them.
No. They're filthy animals. Good riddance to them.
Well, I don't know. I had a long conversation about farming with a Dolmari last year at the Rooster. She seemed nice.
You'll want to be careful talking about your love for the magicals. There's a reason they're being shipped off to the camps, you know.
Right. Never mind.
Anyway, you should be up there keeping watch, not down here talking to me.
You'd use it, but I wouldn't interfere with anything. Because like I said, you don't know what a little change will do. Like there wouldn't be any Sherlock Holmes. He deserves it. He's a racist cunt.
Keon? Where are you? Oh, no, no. You're not going after him. He's not your responsibility. None of this is on you, Keon.
It's not just the one life, Anna. It's not just Bib. The Azadi take the magicals to the islands. They're not given passage to the Southlands. They never come back. It's all a lie. The old and the young families sent away to die, forgotten by everyone. That ends now. I refuse to forget. The Resistance will persevere without me. I'm not really one of them. I never was, I never will be. I'm Azadi.
You're Azadi. So what? I'm not saying what they're doing is acceptable, but... Are you going to free every magical on your own? Take on the entire Azadi army single-handed? You're being stupid and emotional, and you're being selfish. You're leaving us when we need you the most. You're leaving me. Again.
What do you mean by...
My name isn't Anna. I use a different name in every city. It's safer that way. In Sadir, I was Elena, but I never told you my name. You don't recognize me. That's fair, I've changed. You haven't, except for the, you know, it's a good look for you.
You're the girl I saved from Vamon's gang.
Yeah, I'm the girl.
What, that's it? I spent every day these past 20 years thinking about you, and I'm the girl. Oh, I feel so special now.
Forgive me, Anna. Elena. I do remember you. Vermon was trying to...
Hurt me. And they would have killed me too if it hadn't been for you. You risked everything and you stood up for me. That was the first time anyone had shown me any kindness. You brought me to Mother Ritana, and she took care of me for a while. I watched you from a distance for years, until I was forced to leave Sadir. But I knew I'd find you again someday, Kiana Varney.
That was... a long time ago. I was a different person.
No. You were a different person in between, but now... Now you are the boy I knew from all those years ago. The boy with his eyes and heart wide open. The boy who risked his life for others. The boy who... Oh, gods damn it. This is why you have to go. Not because you're Azadi, or because you're the Apostle, or the great hero of the Resistance, or because of your goddess, or because you're selfish. You have to go because this is who you are. The boy who saved my life.
Will you help them while I'm gone?
This isn't my war, Keon.
Maybe not. But it is mine. And I believe what happens here will change the balance for all time to come.
I didn't know you believed in the balance.
I didn't. Will you help the Resistance in my absence?
Fine. Fine. I'll help them. You're not pulling away this time.
What was that for?
For love, you idiot. I've loved you since you lifted me out of that gutter and saved my life. I've loved no one else.
I don't know if I can...
It's taken me over 20 years to find you. You'd better fucking come back, or believe me, Kiana Varney, I will go to the first mountain and drag you back, kicking and screaming, to the world of the living.
I like her. She knows what she wants and she goes for it. And the achievement's called the Ghost... The achievement's called the Goat Whisperer. The Goat Whisperer.
Stay right there. You're under arrest.
Okay, I guess I have to choke him out too. He was... She accused him of actually being intimate with a goat. Because I rejected her last time. Okay, the first time she went in for a kiss, I rejected her. And the second time I met her, I was kneeling by a goat. And she said, "Oh, that's why you rejected me."
Kian! Do not leave without me! Quick, pull me up!
Take my hand. Hold on.
Why did you pull me up?
You begged me to.
You're infuriating.
Because I pulled you up.
Because you continue to give me no reason to hate you.
Aside from murdering your father in front of you.
Well, aside from that...
What the hell propels them? They're obviously propelled by something. Okay, looks like it's more when I come back. It couldn't be magic. They're magic. They're xenophobic of magic. Okay, most people. Okay. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I should have put the map in as well. Okay, I screwed that up. Most people grabbed him too. Oh well, I'll be back later. I'm just going to take a wait. No, Keonavani was sent to the... Oh, type it.